Hey guys, GamerStar579 here, or Margot, and welcome to another transgender vlog. So, first off, I wanted to say, as you can tell, I'm wearing makeup, my hair's done, bringing back the headbands, girlfriend. I'm wearing my favorite necklace that my friend Vivian gave me. I don't know if, you can see it very well. Ew, ugly close-up of me. Um, I'm wearing this cute top that I bought. You know, it's my first real day of presenting myself out in public. And let me tell you, the feels, girlfriend, are ridiculous. I was so flippin' nervous. I was going to my therapy session as usual. And yeah, I driving in the car was perfectly fine. I was, I took a picture of myself and I had sent it to a couple of people. Whatever you guys do not text and drive. It's not good. It's not worth it. Please don't do it. But, I kind of sent it before I left and I just let the responses roll in. And, I waited till I got to where I needed to go and I stopped and I actually really looked at them and it was fantastic. All the people that I had sent it to all said I looked pretty. So I hope that's the consensus across the board. But, I was feeling really good. I was, I caught myself every time I was stopped at a stoplight and I kind of checked myself in the rearview mirror and I'm like, oh my god, I actually really look pretty today. And then I got to the lovely, place that I was going to, the office of my therapist is actually right over a Starbucks. And of course it's downtown, so you have to pay at one of the little pay boxes. Hooray. So I kind of parked my car and I was sort of starting to lose that confidence that I had while driving. And I got out of my car and I got up to the pay box and that's when it hit. I stopped and I started freaking out, and so I quickly put my card in, and of course I knew this was going to happen. I put my card in and of course it sits there and it's like I have to contact the bank. And I've gone through it multiple times. It usually takes like a minute to 2 minutes to contact the bank. Holy cow, when they sit there and say time stops when you're nervous and time stands still at a certain moment of your life, this is what it, like, I finally know what it means. I've never had it happen to me before, but I got to the part where it said, oh yeah, I'm contacting the bank, and it felt like 20 minutes had passed. And each time I was just standing there staring at the little screen while reading it saying contacting the bank, and people were passing me back and forth. And each time they passed me, the thoughts that went through my head were, oh my god, are they going to say something? Are they going to make a rude comment? Are they going to actually do something? Like, are they going to hurt me in public? Because you hear all these horror stories about people getting yanked out of bathrooms, people just getting beaten in public because you are who you are. And it's not good. It's not, there are times where it's not a safe world out there. But, once I got through with it, I put my little ticket thingy in the car and I went and I kind of sat in my car for a little bit and I'm like, I really want Starbucks. I'm thirsty as all get out, girlfriend. Like, I needed my Starbucks and I really needed it now. Such an addict. This is what happens when I give up pop. I become even a bigger Starbucks addict than I was before. So I was kind of talking myself into it, and a bunch of people over at the Starbucks that's underneath my therapist's office knows about me and are very helpful and very nice. And I'm just like, you know what, if they are there, I'm going to be fine. And oh my god, today was the greatest day to do this, because I walked in there and people like kind of glanced at me, and I was fucking aware of everyone staring at me. They were checking me out, kind of clocking me at the same time. Obviously, I haven't gotten the surgeries done, but I was wearing girls' jeans, obviously a girl's top. This was a top. It's very frilly, it's very lacy. I wore my one jacket that's kind of a unisex jacket over, so you couldn't really see everything. I had my makeup done, as you can tell. I haven't really changed out of anything. And there were 3 people in front of me. And all of a sudden, I look up, and every single person that knows about me was working today. And I was just like, holy shit, this is good. And obviously they knew I was nervous, because they talked to me like they've never talked to me before. They were like, oh, how's it going? How are you? You look so pretty today. How's everything going? Is this like, are we officially starting? Like, they were asking me questions. They were being really courteous and really trying to get my mind off of it, which worked. Like, it got my mind off of it completely, and I was so happy and so amazed and so thrilled about this that it really took my mind off of everyone that was staring at me. And I kind of then looked around, and I realized no one really was at that moment. The girl asked me what my name was, and I'm like, oh, it's Margot. And everyone was calling me Margot, and it was amazing. And, it's just one of those moments in time where it was such a big step for me. And no matter how nervous I was, it had to be done. Because if I want to move any more forward in this journey and in this process, this is a step that I kind of have to take. And I took it. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. And I had to take it. I had to take the step and do what I needed to do. So I did, and it, in the end, luckily worked out for me. But don't get me wrong, I was shitting so many bricks, and I was so nervous and so scared, and so what if is what's going to happen? What if someone says something? What if someone does something? I don't know how to defend myself anymore, and I don't know how to, when I'm super nervous, my snappy comebacks are not snappy at all. They fall flatter than the Hindenburg. Bad joke, sorry. But, after hearing the comments from the people at Starbucks, it really made me feel good. And then I got up to my session, and even then I was nervous. I was nervous about being around my own therapist and presenting myself in front of her. And I actually emailed her beforehand as I was stopped at a stoplight. Be cautious. Do not do stupid things in your car, okay? That means putting on makeup, texting, doing whatever. But I was stopped at a stoplight, and I quickly sent her an email saying, just to give you a heads up, I'm presenting myself. Don't be uber shocked about what you see. And that was just because in my own mind, I wanted to give her the heads up, and that's how I do it. Oh, sorry. That's how I feel comfortable with people. I give them heads up so they're not shocked. I let them know ahead of time so they have time to kind of process the information. Like, I was driving home and I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, just to give you a heads up, I dressed differently. And she asked how I dressed, and I'm like, I wore the pants that me and you went to go purchase together, and I wore a different top that me and Vivian went and wore, and I'm wearing makeup and all that kind of stuff. And I listed what I did, and to give her that heads up before I got home. And I got home and it was fantastic. She's like, you know what, you look super pretty, you are passable, and You don't look masculine at all. You look very feminine. And I was so happy and pleased to hear that from her. And, you know, it's one of those things that I'm nervous about. And my father still hasn't seen me dressed like this. And actually, my sister hasn't. She's only seen pictures. The only people who have been my friends. And that was only for a weekend. And it was at a convention. And it was maybe 4 or 5 of them that've seen it. But, you know, having a family member finally see me dressed like this and hear their reactions and see what they have to say is worrisome. But when you actually get it done, and if they've been supportive up until this moment, and hearing them be supportive now, it's so wonderful and so amazing. So, as you can tell, I really haven't changed. I'm going to probably change out of this and wipe everything off and just be like, I'm so done with this because I've got things to do tonight. I just really... that's her, actually, and let me read you what she said. You look nice. I guess I was a little surprised because I didn't know what to expect, but it's kind of neat. You do look like Katie. That's my sister. I don't think you look anything but you do. I don't think I look like anything but you. I don't know. Oh, she's saying like she doesn't think she looks like my sister and me, but let me tell you, we got all of her genetics, honey. All of them. That's why I look like I'm 25, and I'm not saying my real age because, girlfriend, that is... I think I mentioned it like a while ago, and that's enough. She's asking me if I'm blogging about this. Yeah, I am right now. Real time, bitches. Real time. Okay, let me silence this. I put it on... I turned my volume back on after my session because before I left, I texted my neighbor who's known me my entire life, and I wanted to get her opinion about it, and she said I look very pretty too. The positive comments. And that's what I guess, you know, another thing I'm trying to get out there. Yes, it's super nerve-wracking and super, like, anxiety-ridden, but if you have the people around you that you do, that support you and love you, and, you know, even if they sit there and tell you you look pretty and you've heard it 1,000 times, when you're doing something like this and they tell you, it's a whole different meaning, and it's a whole different experience, and it gives you the strength and courage to do it. And what you need to do is you need to hold on to that as much as you can, as strong as you can. And trust me, I know it's hard to do because I had all those people telling me I look fabulous, and the second I stepped out of my car to go pay for a ticket to park and then go into Starbucks and then have my therapy session, I, like I said, crapped 1,000 bricks. And, you know, it's one of those things that it's a little step at a time, and you have to take this process slow. It's not going to happen all at once. It's not going to be like 0 to 60 seconds. It's going to be one step at a time, and it's going to be small steps. It's not going to be one giant leap for mankind, or one small step for man, giant leap for mankind. For someone who actually likes space, I completely forgot Neil Armstrong's saying when he landed on the moon. Good. I'm an idiot sometimes. There's a reason why I dyed my hair blonde. But, you know, just, again, have those support systems and go to them. You know, you don't want to do this alone, and that's why I'm here. I want to hear from you guys. I want to see what you guys have to say, and if you need to talk, I'm here to listen. I'm here to answer any questions. And, you know, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out myself, so I can even ask you guys questions, and you may have the answers as well. And it's just, you know, something we all have to do together. When you're transitioning, you have to find the support system. You have to find those people that you can talk to. And I still am. I'm still looking for people to talk to. People who have already gone through it, people who are starting, so I know what they're going through. You know, it's everyone across the board. And if you find them to talk to them, talk to them. Use them, because they're there to help, and they're there to listen. They're there to listen and be there for you and help you through this as much as they can. And your friends are there to help, but they can only do so much because they don't know what you're going through. But yeah, I just wanted to vlog this because I wanted to let you guys know that this is the first time I've gone out in public that isn't my safety net, like a convention where I'll get overlooked so easily. And I went out in public where people are going to stare at me, and I had feelings of terror and excitement and a whole hodgepodge. I'm a hot mess right now with my emotions, but I wanted to get them out there for you. So, just like in my gaming, please talk to me if you need to, but the most important thing is to always remember to stay classy, guys. Love you.